Hey guys, I would like to give you a short review of the 12-hour Fix Enduro this year, which happened at Horseman Center Park in Apple Valley, California. I managed to defend my title in the 12-hour endurance class. This year it was called 12-hour Elite. I was running my 1.9 rig. It's usually a 1.9 rig, but I'm using Raceline 2.2 wheels with Baja MTZ 2.2 tires, but anyway it looks like an SCX10. However, I'm using the RC 4-wheel drive D44 plastic axles with aluminum knuckles and C-hubs, and they look like axial SCX10 axles, but I like them more, and because they are much more robust. I also use a servo on axle system, and that's pretty much it. Yeah. In the beginning of the 12-hour enduro, in the evening of the Friday, we had a qualifier where we had to do a time trial, and I managed to get third, which was not bad, but I didn't want to go any faster. Also, my car doesn't run faster and I don't run faster, so yeah, you can only lose on the time trial and break your car, as somebody did. Um, Broke a link, I think 2 meters before the finish line, and yeah, so I was third on the time trial. And then the next day, on Saturday in the morning, it was raining and the rocks were wet. I started third after Jake, and Tommy was starting at first. He was a bit too fast in the beginning because he broke after half a lap or 3/4 of a lap. Jake, however, is experienced and knows how to keep his car together, so he was the real enemy of me. And we had a tough battle the whole day. His lead was growing every lap until we did our breaks, and it was interesting because the first few laps were only wet rocks, and as soon as people started to drive on the rocks, they got muddier, and then it got really slippery, and it was really difficult to drive at some spots, but the course was amazing. I really liked it. Really technical. At one whole area was really rocky and technical, and the other areas were sandy, some mud pits, of course filled with rain. There was a tunnel, the Tunnel of Love, a little pipe that you had to crawl through. So not only the car had to go through, but also the driver. And I think everyone bumped his head into that pipe. Yeah, then at lunchtime, the rain had stopped and the course was drying up. At that time, Jake was half a lap in front of me and I was second. I think we met at the same spot for 5 laps and saw that he was getting faster. Then he took his break, and after he took his break, I had 1.5 laps of advantage in front of him, and he started again. And then at, I think, 2 p.m. I took my break, and with taking the break, it's hard. For me, it would be easier just to continue after the break, or just to do a bit slower instead of the break. But after the break, it's hard to start again because you're not used to you just break the rhythm, and then it's hard to get into the rhythm again. However, somehow I managed to get faster after the break, and I think I took I think 2.5 minutes of gain I had every lap, so I pretty much caught up to Jake, and then at one point passed him, and I felt that Jake didn't recover as good as I did from my break, and I was able to lap him once, but then also my legs got a bit sore because the rocks were so tough, and he was really hard to lap twice, and I didn't manage to lap him another time. So we kept on running until it was dark with 1 lap of difference. And then I think we had, in the end, when it was all night and we had to run with the headlamp, I had 1.5 laps lead over him, and that didn't change any. He just kept on running and running and running, and I'm like, oh my god, he has to slow down at some point. But then he